Hey, who's here? Time surfing alien. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. How's everything today? You good? Uh, I turned things around. Let me move this so I can see. Well, I don't need that. I need this here. So I can set this up. I can at least read this while I'm looking this way. Pretty good. Had a rough day at work yesterday. Today, not so bad, but but good things happened while I was at work today, and we're going to talk about it. Let me take these off because I can't lower that light, and without it, it's crap. And if I keep wearing my glasses, you're never going to see my eyes. At least that's what it looks like on my end. So, but yeah, I'm just going to wait for a few minutes and see who comes in, and then we're going to start talking about a couple of things about the build we're doing, and I got something about a new build coming, but we got to let other people come in the room. Oh, who else is here? Snug Dorison, how you doing, buddy? All right, let me pull the chat up in here. So, by the way, how am I sounding? How does this sound? Because this is a different lapel mic. This is the one that was on the beginning of the video I posted today. Because the one I was in the middle of the video died. And they're set different. So no, I don't want to cave. I want to get to the stream. So all right. So yeah, so I'm just gonna wait till a few more people get here. I'd like for JMK to get in the room. And if he doesn't come soon, then we'll get started. And if he comes later, I'll fill him in. But I want to wait to get a few more people here because something interesting happened at work today. So what else is going on? I was going to plug in my amp. It's plugged in. Okay. I was going to plug the T's guitar in. All right. Oh, I got to tell you guys, this guitar is crazy good. The more I play it, the more impressed I am. Excuse me. So the audio sounds more or less fine. It doesn't sound boomy or bassy or overly loud because I don't have a whole lot of options with this one. This is really set up for a cell phone. But so I thought I'd noodle on this a little bit because I don't know. Overall, it was okay live, but that more amp, something's up with it with this guitar because if I plug it into the stage right amp, it's like 10 times louder and it just sounds a whole lot better. I mean, is that clipping the audio? Is that making it sound distorted? I promise I won't sing. I got that out of my system at work today. But yeah, I got to tell you, this guitar, it's cool. I like it more and more the more I play it. It's just it sounds better than it sounded good in the live show, but it sounds better through this, and it sounds better in person. Because that amp, it like sucks a lot of juice out of things. I don't know. That's a 15-watt amp, and it sounds like it's about a 5-watt amp. Right now, the stage right is running at 13 and it screams. Okay, it's only got 13 watts in it. So, all right. So I guess we just, well, you know what? We got an hour, so let me not rush. Let's wait. Let's get a few more people in here. So, how's things in Kansas, Snug? Everything cool back home? You're in Wichita, or, are you near Newton? I hear they call Newton no muffler Newton. So, um, southeast. Okay, so that's you're in the other corner. Wichita is like the other way, south, I think, or is that up north? Topeka. I thought Topeka is up north, but what do I know? Yeah, one of the car YouTubers. Well, a couple of the car YouTubers I watch are in that area. So, Hoovie, from Hoovie's Garage, and oh, the Car Wizard. He's in Newton. So, so well, we're only 7 minutes in. I'm going to give another 5 minutes before we jump into some of the other stuff. So, uh, I should be getting the. Here, let me just write that down. I should be getting the body this week. Okay, and I'm going to start promoting it. Maybe even tonight. Maybe I'll even shoot something tonight after this is over. Since I'm set up like this, I'll do something because I got to start promoting it. I got to start getting more and more people involved because the more people, the more I think about it. Topeka is north, Wichita is more central, give or take. Okay, uh, there's just so much um, potential with what we're doing, and in order to really do it right, you got to do everything right, you know. And so I keep thinking of more things, right? So, um, like this has got to be awesome. This has got to be more than a guitar, right? So we got to get a case, and I got to see about getting a case, and maybe even getting it custom painted, or finding somebody out there who does custom cases who'd be willing to either give us a really sweet deal on something super custom, or outright give it to us for free. You can't play a guitar without a strap, right? So it's going to have a guitar strap. So that's another opportunity for us to find somebody out there who has skills in custom guitars, custom straps, right? So, because it dawned on me that if I'm going to be bringing this to someplace as an auction, I don't want to walk in a $5 gig bag. You know, that kind of takes away from the whole thing. But to reveal it in this awesome case, yeah, right. So who else? Who else made it? I see three right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome. But I see Snug. I see Time Surfing Alien. Whoever you are, no problem if you don't want to say. No problem if you don't want to say hello. That's cool. But I'd like to know who's in the house. So yeah. So the sooner I get started on that, the sooner we can see about getting that stuff because there's a lot to get. We still need all the guitar parts and a whole bunch of custom little things because this uh, is, you know, you can't just do one little symbol on this guitar. You know what I mean? This guitar has to make a statement, right? And it's going to be in a room filled with people whose lives are all about autism. And it turns out autism has like seven. Well, that might be exaggerating there. It might be four or five. But they have a whole bunch of different symbols that they use. So I'm thinking that we got to put them all on the guitar. At first, I was thinking it was just going to be the puzzle piece, but then I started doing research and I find out that there's people out there who are in the autism field who actually argue over the puzzle piece or this rainbow, infinity rainbow, they call it. Okay, so then maybe we should have the infinity rainbow. Well, then there's the owl too. So, okay, so we got to have the owl on it. But then there's the butterflies. All right, so now we got to have a butterflies on there. And all right, well, that's not it too. There's the ribbon, right? You got the the cancer ribbon and all that, but well, autism has their ribbon too. It's just filled in with puzzle pieces, rainbow colors. So, got to have that too. So we got to start figuring out how to do all this and where to put. Actually, I know where to put it all. I've actually figured all that out, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. All right, so we got 5 people. JMK, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? I'm glad you're here. I've been waiting for you because uh, we're the principals in this endeavor. You know what I'm saying? So I've had a few things uh, that are. I realized a few things. We, you came in as we're talking about one of them. All of these different symbols got to go on the guitar. So there's the rainbow, infinity, right? And then there's the rainbow, brain fart, man. We got the puzzle piece, we got the infinity symbol, we got the owl, we got the butterflies, we got uh, the ribbon, right? So that's 5. So, oh wow, 107 degrees. Rainbow strap might be a cool idea. I actually like that. It's got to be a good one though, because it can't just look like we took a piece of somebody's suspenders. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, absolutely, that's a good idea. It could be some. It could be a strap that has all these different symbols on it, or even just dedicated to one symbol or something like that. So yeah, but I think the idea is to find somebody willing to volunteer their time and services and supplies. If we could find that, that would be awesome, and to let them kind of have their artistic freedom in that moment, you know, because they're giving us all this stuff. If they can just follow some basic ideas of these are the things that we're doing, and you go ahead, do what you got to do in the strap, you know, and let them go. I think that would be the best thing to do. I think we'll get the best product that way, and we'll have somebody involved who will feel their potential best about being involved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. All right. Here, let me bring this up. I have a couple of pages up. So I'm gonna go back and forth. I'll just show you a couple quick Google pages. All right. So let me set this up. All right. First, for anyone who might be in the room, let's go take a quick look at JMK's work. All right. Is it okay to show everyone the updated image of the guitar body? I'm mailing it out Tuesday morning, by the way. Dude, that is awesome. Thank you. The guitar. Yeah, I'm actually on your page now. You have updated. You have some more Instagram photos because I was just there and I saw the usual. Was it Bastard Saints? You have the Bastard Saints stuff up, and then it goes pictures. So um, yeah. So if there's a updated image you want me to show, let me know. All right. Um, so But to anyone who hasn't seen it, this is it. JMK 2112, our own JMK 2112 has done this for us and for autism. Okay. He's graciously given up his time and supplies to do this for free. Okay. So, and it's awesome. Right. For anyone who doesn't know, this is the Eddie Van Halen Frankenstrat with yellow and blue instead of white and black. So, the rainbow is an autism thing, and the blue is their like strongest color, one that people tend to most associate with autism. So this was a perfect opportunity, right? Well, yeah, it's a beautiful pick, man. It's a beautiful guitar. You did a great job. You really did a great job. I can't wait to get it. I'm gonna start. I think tonight I'm gonna do a short or something, and to put it up on YouTube. Hopefully tomorrow morning. and start getting some more people in on this, because if anybody currently in the room knows anybody who is skilled at who does some kind of custom guitar work like straps or parts or um, a box, excuse me, a box, a case, uh, that would be awesome. And anybody who was in the room who would like to donate to this, okay, you can go ahead over to RJ's Cave, excuse me, at RJ's Cave, excuse me, I'm saying this bass backwards, RJ's Cave at Gmail, okay? That's my PayPal. If you want to put some funds in there, please go, feel free to do so, all right? Excuse me. All funds collected there are going to be used for this build, okay? And I'm going to do my best to give people some sort of credit for their donations to this build. I'm thinking about putting people's names on the back plate, okay, on the inside, right? As a way of documenting everybody who was involved, everybody who donated time, money, parts, whatever it may be. We'll figure it out, put everybody on there, and seal that so that that is always there as part of the guitar, right? So, JMK, you're quite welcome. You will always have my appreciation for what you've done here. Okay, and I got to ask you. I got to ask you something else, because there's something else that happened today at my job that we need to discuss. Uh, you were just talking about you kind of made a commitment to doing this anyway last week. You're gonna have no clue, but hold on. So if there's anybody out there who wants to donate time, services, money, whatever it is, contact me. Okay, it's rjscave at gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or you can just go right ahead and donate through the PayPal, and they send me your personal name. I won't mention it online. If you want to let me know who you are online, I think there's a place you can put a message, or you can just send me an email saying, "Hey, this is so and so. I just sent you so much under my street name." So, all right, and however you guys want it, I will put your name on that plate. If you want your real name on the plate, if you want your YouTube name or your internet moniker, whatever you want to call it, your avatar, then I'll put that. All right. So yeah, this is no joke, and it's such a no joke thing. We got an opportunity to do another one already. More on that in a second, because I do want to mention where I think the things should go. Okay, all these different symbols. Here, let me move over to another page here. Stop sharing, share. Okay. All right. So, okay, over here in the corner, in the left corner, this is the hour I'd like to use. And I want to, or something like this. But I don't want to get too picky, because I think the owl should go on the neck plate, right? I was looking around. There seems to be a lot of people out there who make custom neck plates, not overly expensive either. We can get an owl like this one put on a neck plate. That's an option for the neck plate. The other option I have for the neck plate is to look for one that is in a rainbow gold, but then see if that can still be etched and keep the rainbow gold. I don't know. But I like to get a gold neck plate with an etched version of this owl, this guy right here, over on the left. Okay. That'll go on the neck plate. The ribbon, uh, I'm thinking about putting that on the front of the um, control cavity cover, right? Where the names will be on the back, this will be on the front. So that would be the back of the guitar. On the neck, butterflies. They also use butterflies. Okay. So can you guys? Can you guys? What happened? Okay. Yeah. Here we go. All right. That's it. I got it. Sorry. So yeah. So here's a lot of the symbols. There's the rainbow, the infinity rainbow, and the butterfly. There's a lot of different variations on this stuff too. So we can do a lot with this and still be on point. So I'm thinking we put the infinity symbol and the butterflies on the headstock. All right, so like a couple of butterflies of different sizes, maybe flying over and around the infinity symbol, right? Because that'll make the headstock pop. Uh, there was more, right? Trying to remember. It'd be nice to get some custom stickers made with the autism puzzle. Oh, that's it. There we go. Maybe puzzle pieces in the inlays. I'll see if I can find some puzzle pieces, inlay stickers. That would look cool. And so that's a cool idea too. And then I'm looking at the wrong kind of guitar and trying to get ideas, right? Trying to remember what my thoughts were, not even ideas. Anyway, so okay, I was stuck on that page. Is it better now, JMK? All right, I got it. I was on that page and I didn't come back. That was my bad, guys. Sorry. All right. Yeah, so apologies, guys, but I'm thinking butterflies on the headstock, um, the owl on the neck plate. Yeah, let's get out of here. The control cover on the back will have the ribbon. That's 3. The infinity symbol and the butterfly. That's 4, actually. And then I'm missing. Oh, the puzzle pieces on the body. So that's 5. Right. So, yeah. So this thing's going to be covered in symbols as well. Uh, Now the only question is, and the knob. We actually have multiple options for the knob. TSA is doing something I think is awesome, and I'm going to be happy to put it on this guitar when he's done. Do you mind if I share that TSA? Because it is a little personal with you and your daughter. So, but it is very sweet. So, but I'd rather not just jump out there and say it. It's kind of your business. So, butterfly tuners is a good idea. I like that. I got to look into something like that. I was thinking about that, but I'm also well, not that, but I was thinking about something like that. With we can always, if nothing else, find custom tuner buttons, get gold tuners, and put the custom tuner buttons on there. Um, but I was also looking in. I'm also looking into getting Geiger to sponsor all the hardware. Fingers crossed, because they actually contacted me once and then never contacted me again when I told them I was interested. They might have just been fishing, and then they found enough people before I replied, or something like that. I don't know, but whatever. So I'm going to reach out to them about giving us their dopamine tuners. You should look these up if you haven't seen these dopamine tuners in red and gold, blue and gold. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And they have rainbow gold hardware. So it would be a rainbow gold tremolo, rainbow gold jack plate, rainbow gold, anything that's metal on this guitar. So the neck plate, all that would be gold, unless we get the custom neck plate. There's going to be so many, like, if nothing else, they can supply the pickups. They make pickups. I don't know what they have that would be would fit in this guitar, but they have pickups. I'm also going to see about going down to DiMarzio. I'm going to try and contact them as just RJ from RJ's Cave and see if I can get in the door with them once the body gets here. Because if I can get in the door and I can show them the body, I think I can get them on board. And if I can get them on board, that means we can actually put a DiMarzio pickup in our replica of Eddie Van Halen's guitar, which had a DiMarzio pickup. So I can't think of that and not go doing it, knowing that these people are only 8 blocks away. You know what I'm saying? I have to give it a shot. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and get. I, this is what I'm trying to do for this. I mean, I don't know what I can do. This is the first time I'm trying to do anything like this with the channel and use any little bit of leverage that I have to maybe get people on board. But fingers crossed. But that brings me to something else. Today at work, I met somebody who's on the board of directors for another agency, not an autism agency. This one is basically for children and adults who have any sort of mental disability, right? If they were, I believe, as long as they were born with it, but I don't know all the details yet. It's a company called, see if I can remember it right, because they had to change they kept the acronym but changed the words because you can't use the word retard anymore in your name if you're trying to help people with mental disabilities. So they changed it, thankfully. So it's the Association for, see, I'm getting them all mixed up. I'm getting the old one and the new one mixed up in my head. It's AHRC. The Association for Habilitation and Residential Care. AHRC. JMK, yeah. Sounds like people are into it, and I'm glad because well, let me tell you the story real quick. The gentleman and his wife, I spoke to them because they came in with an individual who was at the program I used to work at. So I went over there saying hello to him and quickly introduced myself because I'm a total stranger and I'm walking up to their son who's autistic, right? So real happy, hey, how you doing, Nick? What's going on, buddy? Hi, how you doing? My name is Bob. I used to work with Nick. Oh, great. Next thing you know, I'm telling them about the channel, and I'm just trying to mention what we're doing because I'm so happy about the fact that we're doing it, and because sometimes you never know in this field. And that came back. That's what made it a success because it turns out that the husband is on the board of directors for this organization, and they just sold a Hard Rock Cafe guitar recently for a decent amount of money uh, to benefit their program. So I didn't even have to tell him the whole story about what we were doing. He was like, "Oh, we need to talk because you can make me some money." Yeah. So I was like, I was all over it right from the start. Absolutely. What would you like to do? I can, I got his number. It's in my phone, his office number. I know where the man lives too. I used to drop his, excuse me, I used to drop his son off at home every day. So they were like, yeah, he was going to give me a business card. He didn't have it. And then, so I was like, it's all right. I can just come by your house. I know where you live. He was like, yeah, yeah, go ahead. I was like, oh, wow, I'm lucky I got away with that. But yeah, I ended up getting his number. So I'm going to call him tomorrow, the day after, and we're going to set up a time to talk about doing something for them. So we need to figure out what we want to do. JMK, what do you think? You want to do another Frankenstrat, maybe a different color scheme? I'll see what kind of colors that I'll see what colors and symbols that they use. We could do another one like that with different colors, or maybe do a bumblebee with different colors, or something like that. Because I still think Eddie's guitars are the way to go with these kind of builds, because they have to be relatable to people. They have to be cool. They have to pop. it's not going to do anyone any good if you're making a replica of the Jimi Hendrix track that he burned at Monterey. You know what I mean? That's cool. Yeah, you made one that looks like it. That's great artwork, buddy. Good job. Here's $5. You know, so I don't want that. But something like a Bumblebee or the Explorer he cut open with the he cut open at the bottom, something like that. Those guitars will have attention all on their own, and then any themes that we throw on top of them will be well received, right? As long as we nail them, we don't just half-ass it. We'll be good. Awesome, awesome. So, well, I have your Insta, so I'll just like hit you up on your Insta, I guess, and we'll talk a little bit maybe tomorrow, right? And figure out what we want to do, or what would be good. This way, I can at least go to the gentleman with some ideas, and I'll have to see about getting sponsors right from go. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I definitely want to do this too. And it looks like with his enthusiasm, it really felt like there's something here. Like this isn't just a one-time thing. We can recreate this and 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 do a lot. We could end up doing a lot of good. I mean, you already made 40 or 50 Frankenstrats, so what's doing them in different colors? You know what I mean? But whatever. There's a lot to talk about. So yeah, though this is all cool shit. So you made three of them before. So so you cut the bodies and everything. So awesome, no problem at all. That's cool. All right. So all right, what I'm down. I'm down. I'll get in touch with the gentleman sometime over the next couple of days. We'll keep having these talks here and keep moving this one forward that way. You know what I mean? This will always be that. And speaking of that, I'm thinking about opening up the Discord. Okay. That'll mean that we can actually talk anytime we want. 24 hours a day, you can just put up a message and someone who's on the will, will hopefully be there. Right? Maybe not at first, maybe I just got to answer every message for a while, but the goal is to have it become its own thing. When it's 24 hours a day, people will be on there talking about what's going on in RJ's cave. Well, that's the dream anyway. But we can have our talks there, and that can be. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm trying not to say something. Um, the other part of this is over time, I'm going to have memberships on the channel, but I want everybody who's going to be like a heavyweight, who's going to be around, uh, to all hang out in the Discord, and that's going to be the membership is going to be access to the Discord, right? You got to become a member in order to get access to the Discord, and YouTube's making it so easy to do memberships now with all these really simple things to like incentivize people. So I'm gonna eventually set that up. Okay, so if I can get you an Explorer body or one of those like bodies, like an ESP body or something like that, because they're all almost the same. But yeah, okay, that's good to know. So okay, cool. So yeah, so this could be a feasible thing. Now my mind's going back and forth between the thoughts. Sorry. So okay, so we'll do that over the next few days. I'll get in touch with you about what's going on with this guy. We'll talk more about it here and the Discord. I was talking about the Discord. So eventually, the idea is that we'll all be over there talking about the stuff we're talking about here, because eventually here is going to become a podcast, and the membership is going to be the key to getting into the Discord, right? But I don't want to. I'm not going to do that today. I want everybody who's like a core member and what we're going to call them, like the elite members and things like that. I want the guys who are taking part now, who want to do this kind of stuff, uh, be able to be over there and not have to be a member. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who's in the room right now and go for like the next 3-4 months after I do the Discord is automatically going to have free access to the Discord, and then I'll start the membership. We'll have all the core members over there. Everybody who's really involved will have a place to talk, right? And then I can work on the podcast here, and we can do the videos and all this other stuff, and I'll never sleep. But all right, so we'll start getting more organized in that kind of sense. But I wanted you guys to know that that's kind of coming. It's just it's going to take a little time, but you guys are going to be covered. All right. You guys will be able. We'll always. And Discord's easy. It's like texting. It's texting and video, like on your phone, but on an app. That's all it is. You download a free app, and then you do it in there. And you can do it on your phone. You can do it on your PC, your laptop, your tablet. So, and we can contact each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All right. So, and it's free. All right. So, I'm trying, guys. I'm taking this as seriously as I can. You guys are motivating me to do things that I've been wanting to do, and I appreciate that. Thank you. So, guys, have you thought about a T's guitar? I don't know. I'm just so happy with this freaking guitar, man. I'm not a Strat guy, and at the end of the day, I would like to have different pickups in a guitar like this, something more output. But when I play this, I like the way it sounds. I just need more oomph, you know? So I really am impressed with this guitar. $150, less than $150, and it sounds like this. Yeah, I should look where I'm playing, right? So, so yeah, I had other stuff I wanted to. Oh yeah, we still got other shit. I still don't know what's going on with your guitar, Time Surfing Alien. I apologize. My buddy's got it so that it can help him figure out how to wire up the other guitar. I'm not exactly sure why. They only have one thing in common, but he got sick. It was 2 weeks. He was supposed to get back in touch with me this week. He didn't. I'm going to start pestering him this week because I got to have that guitar back to send it to you at the very least. So I apologize you're waiting this long. All right. Please don't ever think that I'm not sending you this. I will. I promise. That's one thing, right? The other thing I want to show you about is the kit. I'm not done, but I'll give you an update. There's the update. It actually looks pretty cool like this, right? I haven't done too much because I was working so hard on that last video, and I'll be honest, I'm nervous as hell from this point on. Okay, you guys will hear it here. You won't see it in the video. You'll hear it here. I'm nervous because this bridge, I heard things about Steinberger's bridges, and that's basically what this is. And yeah, I'm expecting it to be a nightmare. the saddles, I'm not sure how you raise them up and down. I think you just they're just wedged in here. Number one, there's one tiny little thumb screw here that puts pressure on all these to keep them in place. If I push hard enough here, all these will go flying out. I know that because it happened to me. All right. So this is a pain in the ass. How are you set to the string height? There's only, I don't know if you can see this. Actually, you kind of can. Each one of these saddles only has two screws, one on the bottom and one on the top on the opposite side. What? So this is going to be fun, right? And then in order to do the intonation, I have to loosen this tiny little screw and then move these up physically by hand without shifting the one next to it. What? Come on, what the fuck? That's stupid. I'm not dissing the kit. This is literally the same exact design that's on the Steinberger. It says the same stuff and everything. It's like it was made by the same company, or whoever made this used a mold of the original. It's just the only good thing about it. The only thing I like is you can take this bar and put it here. So this is a universal trem. And if you happen to be a right-handed guy and want the bar up high, you can do that. I actually like that. But yeah, so that's got me nervous as hell. And I've told you guys I'm not one for wiring guitars. And this guitar has 3 pickups. So, I'm nervous. So this one's going to take me a little while. Sorry, Guitar Kit World, but it's going to take me a little while. So I don't know. That might cause a little window where I miss a video. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, the kit looks great. The body on this thing is awesome. Listen, if you're thinking about getting a kit, definitely pick one up from Guitar Kit World because the body and the neck on these things, they're impeccable. They really are really, really good. And I'm saying that even with the little blemish that's underneath the veneer. I think that's not normal. I got that 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 that has that oddball glitch going on. So other than that, once you take that out of the equation, because it's kind of a random thing, they're awesome. The bodies, the necks are excellent. They're beautiful. You guys see it. I'm curious about the pickups. I'm holding my breath. Well, I'm actually not holding my breath. You know what I mean? But I'm hopeful that they're going to sound good. But overall, though, this is a very good kit. And this one is about $300. So it's not a cheap kit. But the hardware is solid hardware. It's not junky hardware. The neck looks good. The body looks good. I want to believe that the pickups are good. But even if they're not, they're probably not going to be pickups you like anyway, even if they were good, right? So I know I would end up changing them, probably. Right? Hell, I might just take out the 2 single coils and leave just the humbucker in there. Hey, maybe that's what I do to wire it up. Maybe I wire it up my own way. I don't know. So yeah, that body's gorgeous, right? And with the black hardware, the natural finish, it just goes together. You know what I mean? It classes up something that would otherwise look more like furniture because it's just unfinished wood, basically, right? But they do make good kits, and I think if you're going to have to change anything out of the kits, you're going to be changing less things out in this kit than you would in other kits, and it's more likely to be for personal preference and not because the parts suck. right? Because we all see the $100 kits on Amazon, $90 kits. You know all that stuff's junk, right? You know all the only thing as good is the wood, and you usually have to deal with the necks, right? Because the work isn't done. So, pardon me, the extra labor in finishing these things, making them easier to put together for a novice, pardon me again, is what you're paying for. That's what I think. And I think overall, their kits are going to be a little bit easier to put together than most because you're not going to end up having parts all over the place. So, yes, a blue burst on something like this would really look sweet. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. I think actually for my next one, I want to do the Ash Body single pickup double cut junior. It's got a P90, one volume, one tone. That's probably the best kit to start on with this type of thing because everything about it's perfect and it's simple. You have a wraparound bridge. You got one volume, one tone, one pickup. You got a body. You got a neck. You got six tuners. Done. If all you did was open the box and put it all together, you'd be fine. If you did nothing else but just take it out, or everything out of the box and assemble it like it is, it would be fine. Yeah, right. If you get a decent body and neck, it's worth $100 plus. Yeah, I mean you can get necks that are $200. You can get bodies that are 200. Go to Stewart McDonald and buy a body. You're going to pay top dollar. Uh, you're going to pay top dollar for a neck there too. You're going to pay 125 for a neck. But so yeah, so if you're paying those kind, if you're paying that kind of price, you're getting quality. That's where I think we're going with that, right? TSA. So yeah, so I guess I updated you on pretty much everything, right? We got the bass to the guitar build is being held up a little bit, which I apologize for. That's with Time Surfing Aliens guitar that I got to send him, and yeah, the kit. T's guitars. I'm working on a review for this guy. I'm gonna try and get it out by Sunday. I don't know if it's gonna make it. I'm just kind of hemming and hawing. It's really not supposed to be for another week that I do this one. The kit is supposed to be done, but I don't have time to learn how to do all this. I don't. I don't have time to learn how to solder. I got to really, so I got to find time. So this comes to the queue. This becomes next, but I got to try and find time to get it done. So, and my boss gave me an oddball schedule this week, all nights as always, but all in a row. So I got to work late and then get up early in the morning to do anything before I go to work, and then work late to get up early. You know what I mean? If I don't get up early, that ruins the progress for that day because I'll get up at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll be getting ready for work after like being up for an hour or two, and you know it ruins the chance for productivity. So, all right, I've been rambling. So, what about you guys? What's been going on with you guys? JMK, you still putting all your stuff in boxes or what? You getting all ready for the move? You going to move to Arizona for the retirement, right? Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Stuck in California, paying $7 a gallon for gas, and wondering why you can't get a cheeseburger at McDonald's because there's nobody behind the counter because everyone's being paid $20 an hour. Arizona sounds like a good place to retire. That definitely, yeah. Go to someplace like Prescott, someplace up in the mountains a little bit, and it's kind of like perfect because it doesn't get super hot. It's not super dry all the time, and you can find some funky houses too. Ones with like boulders in the living room and shit like that. because they build them on the side of the mountain. So, so if you retire there, though, are you going to be doing the Bastard Saints in Arizona? I mean, I know they're close, but that's a hell of a commute. So, um, yeah, what are we on here? We're on 50 minutes. We can squeeze out 10 more and call it an hour, right, guys? So, um, oh, all right. Dead air. I don't like dead air. What do we got? What can we do? Find another band? Yeah, I'm sure you'll find another band. You seem to be pretty active, so I'm sure you'll find a band. Uh, what is that though? Is that hardcore? Is that punk? Is that metal? I don't think it's metal. I saw one video where you were playing some lead. Didn't quite sound like a metal lead, but I wasn't sure. I mean, the song could have been metal. It was just a really short excerpt. Thrash metal. Okay, I'm into thrash. Anyone from the '80s has got to be into thrash. I mean, everyone loved Metallica back then. So yeah. So little Slayer, little Exodus, little Nuclear Assault, Overkill, uh, Suicidal Tendencies. I'm trying to think. Metallica, Motorhead, Megadeth. Um, did I say Testament? Testament. Got to have Testament in there. Alex Skolnick. Got to have SOD. Stormtroopers of Death. Speak English or Die. Uh, Toxic Waltz, man, is my favorite. Like that is to me, that's the ultimate pit song. Once that song got written, nobody should have ever written another song about the pit. There was no need for it. That's the perfect moshing song. Yes, can't forget Pantera. Dime, rest in peace, man. Swear to God, that guy, oh, he took out the wrong motherfucker, man. Oh God, mental health issues, man. It's a killer. Really? You're in there? Are you up close? Oh, that's such an awesome riff, man. And his voice, it's so cool. It's so perfect. And the kid from Stranger Things reminds me of him. What's his name? Mateo? Did we mention this? Did we talk about this once before? We may have. You told me you were at the Fillmore once. Anti-procrastination song. Right. um, uh, 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 you're dead. The Ballad of Jimi Hendrix. um, yeah, I look like I'm losing my friggin' hair. I look like a cancer patient. You're right. Pre-menstrual princess blues. Pre-menstrual princess blues. Pre-menstrual princess blues. Oh, was it? What's the first word? I was like, I can't forget. I remember. Where's my maxi pad? Did you find it? Or I'm gonna paint the whole house red. Right? Yeah. Pie off a pie off a. Well, half of that band was Anthrax, right? You had Eddie Lilker on bass, who was in Nuclear Assault, and Scott Ian on guitar. And wasn't Charlie on drums back then too? Yeah, I think he was. So it was mostly Anthrax, right? And I heard it started because they were goofing around in the studio when they were waiting for the rest of the band to come, and Billy was there. So MOD was good too. MOD was good. They did was I think it was MOD that did "Fuck the Middle East," right? Fuck the Middle East. There's too many problems. They just get in the way. We could sure live without them. They hijack our planes. They raise the oil prices. Let's kill them all and have a ball and end this fucking crisis. That'll get me kicked off YouTube. It may have just gotten me kicked off YouTube. So, oops. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew Frank was the roadie, and when the bass player when they kicked Dan out, they made Frank bass player. But I didn't know that they were that tight. But it makes sense because they're all from that same neighborhood in Queens, right? So lots of tight knit Italian families up there. Try and turn this into a metal machine a little bit. Zach Lineaz, I'll take your word for it, man. I couldn't say that channel name if I tried. How has he got any subscribers? But it sounds like an interesting channel. Oh God, snuck up on me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you could post a link, I'll check it out because it does sound interesting. And I'll put people in my subscriber feed. Others won't. I got a channel in my feed that's all it does is compare pickups. The guy plays the same tones every single time, every single video, and it's only side by side of two very specific pickups. And every week it's different. Two different pickups side by side. Well, Always Sunny is hysterical. Shane Gillis. Tires, huh? Well, it sounds like it should be on my radar. Because you ain't gonna find anything woke on my radar, other than putting them in a firing range. I've just basically decided that woke people are just puppets for anti-American forces, and they're basically just terrorists themselves. They're just idiots. So I don't give them the time of day. Shut them down as fast as possible. But that's they're easily shut down. USA and devil horns. So yeah, well, you are definitely in the wrong state, my friend. California is the wrong place to be. So, all right, you know what, guys? Updates have been made. So I guess it's time to say goodbye. It's been an hour. You guys are awesome, but I think it's time to go because I got to start doing some stuff. I got to start thinking about what I'm going to do with the what I'm going to say in videos about the autism guitar, so that I can get some people involved in this. And I got to start posting some videos, shorts on YouTube, just about that. And I got to start getting into that mode. So you know what you guys can do when you guys see me here, remind me to be doing this stuff. All right, call me out if it seems like I'm not doing enough, because I do get distracted. I do end up with issues with time, and I need to end up staying on point, and I need you guys to help me with that. All right. So listen, I want to thank everybody who's come. Okay, you guys are awesome. Okay, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I really do. Uh, I just hope that this can keep growing the way it is. I love the energy we got going on right now with this autism build and everything else that seems to be going on around that. I want to maintain it and I want it to grow. I would love to turn this into something where we could just pool our resources and have people who want to do painting, have guys who want to do builds, whatever, who want to contribute to builds this way, that way, whatever. I would love to have that kind of resource, have this become that kind of resource. And then we could keep doing more and more great things and help a lot of people. And, maybe get a little accolades for our work along the way. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, guys, thanks again. I'm going to go. Yes, sir. Get back to work. All right. Yeah, I'm going to end it here, guys. Thanks again for coming. You guys, as always, are awesome. I'm going to try and make sure I get a video out for Sunday, review video for this guy. Like I said, though, I may not get it out. If that happens, we'll still do the live show, and I will have something in the queue about a sneak peek about what's going on with this guitar in the review. All right, you'll get a sneak peek of that or something. Anyway, I'm going to go. You guys are awesome. I'm RJ. Until the next one, take it easy. All right.